Okay. So on this foot, we can see she's already got pretty well laid over bars, and there's going to be a lot to debulk. I'm using the bonsais to get the frog flaps out. Gonna use the knife to fine tune the sulcus. And my dogs are very helpful. Go lay down. Debulking the bars with the nippers. You can see it's overlaid as it's come up out of the collateral groove and grown forward there. So all that needs to come out. Oh, girl. Oh. Easy. Oh, so now that they're debulked, I'm going to take my knife and smooth them out. I'm just going to go ahead and smooth out the sole while I'm here. All right, so I'm going to move on to the heels now, and I might come back and rework this area a bit. You can see there's a lot of layers of these bars by these lines here that have grown. Okay, and so you can see her tubules. Grab my pick. They start to flare a little bit right there. So all that length will be okay to take off. And she's a little higher on this side. And hers begin to flare right there on this lateral side. And then I'm just going to continue nipping all the way around the hoof. Okay, so now I'm going to just go back and get this heel a little bit more. It's still a touch long. And I'm going to kind of drag that horn up. And then I'm just going to quickly do my 50-50. So there we go. And you can see the hoof really kind of wants to be here, the breakover. This is kind of stretched lamina, so we're just going to go all the way across where this mark is. You can see it's wanting to just come off pretty easily. So this is a bit of a transitional cut, so I'll go ahead and make one over here, the 45-degree angle. And now we're ready. Oh, easy girl. We're ready for rasping. So because this mare also has a higher heel on this side, we can see that the toe also flares on that side. So the flared side is always the high side, which could be is a pretty handy tip to keep in mind while you're trimming. I'm gonna go back, smooth out these bars with my knife. Nice little thrush pocket there. And you can see we've essentially created the bevel to the bar here with the pigmented horn being slightly lower and the bar traveling upwards. This one's a little more than the other side. We still have some sole that wants to come out. Ooh, and a bruise. So now we're starting to hit our chalky layer. Be a good time to quit soon. I'm gonna keep carving away a little bit at this bar. When the bars get overlaid, it'll be waxy, waxy, waxy texture for pretty far way down. So kind of what you can do too is sort of chase the chalky layer up to hit the chalky layer, but you don't have to get it all in one trim either. As far as I'm going to take that one. We can see the bruising from the overlaid bar. Okay, so those heels need a bit of a touch up. Okay. So now we've got color back in our lamina, which means they're starting to be live and not this dead, overgrown lamina. Here it's sort of doing the bevel from the bottom of the foot. All right, she's ready for bevel. Please don't nibble me. Oh, will you come over to this? So here we can see some bruising, and it's correlating to what these are called event lines. So generally nothing to worry about, but we want to remove that flare in those tubules so that the bruising stops and doesn't travel farther up the hoof. And sometimes, if you keep at them, see, you can actually trim all the bruising out. But you also don't want to over thin the wall. So I'm starting to get to unpigmented wall here, so I'm going to stop. Back heel is always tough to keep the 45-degree angle, so just do the best you can. You can also really get that stand out of your way if your aim's not so good. All right, and we'll look from the top. And we can see there's a touch of flare here. You gotta get real square. Touch of flare on this outside, but this is the higher part of her hoof, and the flared side's the high side. So we're just gonna go ahead and remove this. And this side feels okay. That's it.